What's up, collectors? So much to see us today. I'm going to be taking a look at the recently revealed pictures for Transformers for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe class Waspinator. And here we have our first look of Kingdom Waspinator, and I'm going to be really honest with you guys, I'm a little 50-50 on this guy because I kind of love it and hate it at the same time. Don't get me wrong, the sculpted and detail and the paint distribution looks fantastic. He looks really accurate to his B-roll representation, but just the distribution of the V's legs, it's just all over the place. I really don't like it at all. I like to pose my figures really, aggressively, really aggro, and that is just going to get in the way, and I'm kind of sketchy about it. But again, don't get me wrong, he looks fantastic. So you can see just everything is on the spot, the color distribution, everything is accurate, and just sculpted in detail is fantastic. The color of the wings is a little off, but you can see that the eyes this time is not clear, just like the previous incarnations of this figure that we got on the past. And as you can see, this figure has some heavy competition. In my opinion, the Trilling 30 is way better than this mold. You can see that the beast leg distribution is a lot better than this one, and I'm still gonna pick it up because I want to tell how worth it this guy is personally when I have it in hand and I do a review on him. So I'm still gonna pick it up regardless, but again, I'm still optimistic. I'm still 50-50. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. And again, he has some heavy competition with the past incarnations of his mold. So for some other angles, so you guys can appreciate the sculpted in detail and the paint work that this guy has from the back and a higher quality from the front. You can see it looks fantastic. The wings look incredible. You can see the sculpted in detail on those is not a joke at all. You can see the color distribution again really accurate to this particular representation, and the sculpted in detail on the front is fantastic. It looks incredible. Again, the only con that I have is the beast legs. Other than that, this figure is pretty much perfect. I managed to find a couple of pictures with him, on an aggressive pose and the weapon, and as you can see for the weapon, it looks fantastic. It looks really good on him. The color distribution looks on point, and the sculpted in detail is great as well. And you can see that the poses are really good, and it brings me a little hope because you can see that it looks fantastic and the beast legs do not get in the way of possibility. So again, that's a plus for me. And last but not least, for a comparison, so you guys can see how truly accurate this guy is. You can see that it's fairly accurate. You can see that pretty much every paint job is on the spot. The only thing missing that I can see is on the legs. You can see that it's missing a couple of black applications there on the tie, but other than that, it looks fairly accurate. You can see that the only thing that is kind of off is the wings. There should be a little bit more clear, but honestly, I really don't care. You can see that pretty much is accurate all over the place. The sculpted in detail is pretty much a copy paste for his Beast War representation, and I cannot wait to have it in hand. Honestly, I'm really curious to see how this guy is gonna look next to the other Kingdom figures that we got, especially Predacons, Megatron, Black Aranya, Scorponok, Dinobot, and all that good stuff. And you can also say that the beast legs that are all over the place are not accurate at all, and yeah, you're right, they're not accurate at all. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the comparison. For the beast mode, it's a completely different story. You can see that it looks fantastic all over the place, just accuracy from top to bottom. You can see the 3D sculpted in detail is fantastic, and the paint distribution is off the part. It actually looks like an actual wasp, from reality. But honestly, there's not much to say on this case. It looks fantastic. You can see that everything is on the spot. The only con that I have is that you can technically see the robot arm, and that's kind of like a major con for me, but we have seen that on the past with Air Razor and Dinobot and all that good stuff. So sometimes they manage to cover up the robot parts perfectly, and sometimes they can't, because there are basically whole robot molds transforming into organic beings, so that's not easy at all. But again, other than that, you can see that everything looks fantastic. The color distribution looks amazing. You can see that the green looks really good with the jello, and you can see that that purple really translates well into the beast mode. And now, last but not least, for a comparison on his beast mode, so you guys can see how truly accurate this guy is. You can see that pretty much everything is on the spot, super accurate to his B-roll representation. And again, I have no cons whatsoever on this case. The only one is the robot arm, but other than that, it looks perfect. But that brings us to the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, leave your comments down below if you're interested on this figure, or this is a pass for you. I'm really interested in knowing your opinion on the subject, so leave that on the comments down below. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps you, the algorithm, and helps my videos get out there in a while. So if you get any value out of my content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe class Waspinator.